can't stop me 'cause I'm impossible, 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 impossible.
What's up, loves? It's your girl Ashli and I'm back with another episode of Ashli's Antics. So today I will be showing you guys my top 15 Netflix shows of 2020. Now, I would say I have pretty good taste in Netflix shows. Like, I like things that are either scary, adventurous, world is ending, or they make me laugh. And sometimes I even like a good reality show because, I don't know, some of them are just really fire. So I'm going to be telling you guys about my top 15 Netflix shows of 2020, and hopefully I encourage you guys to go watch them because I think they're all really, really amazing. I had to narrow them down to a very long list of shows I have watched this year, especially because of quarantine. I've been binging so many shows, even some with my friends. Like, that's how much time we've had on our hands. But I will be on this side of the screen today, you guys, because I'm going to be putting like pictures or like the front covers of the shows right here. So I'm gonna try to stay on this side of the screen so that way you guys can see me talk about them while also looking at the cover picture, and either me or the cover picture is going to entice you to watch it because I'm telling y'all about some fire here. But before we can get into this video, you guys already know I need to ask you a few quick favors. Please go ahead and leave a like on this video. Make sure you comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you've been watching my videos and you have not subscribed, I do not know what you're doing. Go ahead and join the squad, join the team, and be a part of our lovely, beautiful family. We just passed 100 subscribers and we plan to keep going up. And after you have subscribed, make sure you turn on my post notifications and check out my social media because I'm very active on there. And after you've done all of that, we can go ahead and get right into this video. So I did rank these in order of my favorite. So I'm gonna tell you guys about my, not least favorite, just my 15th to my first. Because I don't wanna say any of these are my least favorite. I love them all. I would watch a new season of each and every one of them, which is how I was able to narrow my entire list down. Cause the list was long, honey. And I was like, okay, what would you watch another season of? Like ASAP. And I was like, okay, that's how I'm gonna narrow it down. So I managed to get the list together by process of elimination. With that being said, number 15 on my list is Ratchet. Oh my gosh, y'all, that show is so good. It stars Sarah Paulson. If you don't know who she is, she's one of the stars from American Horror Story, which is another one of my favorite shows, but that's just a side note. But Ratchet is so good. It has Sarah Paulson and another person from American Horror Story. I cannot think of his name right now, but they're both amazing actors slash actresses. And so basically Nurse Mildred, aka Sarah Paulson, is a nurse in, I think, a mental institution, and basically she's there, how do I say this without, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. She's there for a reason, but you have to watch to find out the reason. And she does a lot of twisted and messed up and evil stuff, like killing people, like shocking people to death, or making sure bad things happen to somebody, or telling somebody's business to get what she wants out of the mental institution. That's the best way I can say without trying to ruin anything for you guys, because I really want y'all to go watch these shows. Ratchet is so good. It has a lot of twists and turns and like plot twists, and then you're just like, whoa. And it's a lot of like, what the heck is going on at this hospital? Like, this, it can't be real. This would not happen in real life. So if those are the kind of shows you like a whole bunch of like mystery and kind of a thriller, because it's not scary, I would say it's more of a thriller, this is definitely the show for you. So number 14 on my list is The Circle. I loved The Circle. I love shows with social experiments because I just find it interesting how the human brain works. So The Circle is basically, like I said, a social experiment where there's this, I guess you would call it social media, called The Circle, and basically you get to know people without ever seeing who they actually are. Like, they pose as a person in a picture that they have up, but it's not actually them. And the goal is to win, because if you win, I think you win money or something like that. And so it's basically a popularity contest, but based off of who you're pretending to be on social media. So you're trying to like basically please people. And I just find it interesting that some of these people didn't show up as themselves when people were saying like, we would have loved you more if you would have been yourself. And they were like, no, you wouldn't have, because like some of the women on there were like bigger girls, or some of the men felt that they weren't as attractive or whatever, so they wanted to pretend to be somebody else. So that show is so good to watch, and like nobody was ever like really super mean to anybody. Like, once they found out, not everybody poses to be somebody different. Some people like actually are themselves. And so it was just really interesting to find out, like, when somebody would meet somebody who actually wasn't who they pretended to be, how sad and heartbroken they would be, because they were like, I can't believe you just weren't being yourself. Or or like some of them would encourage them like, hey, next time just show up as yourself. So I just love stuff like that, like social experiments. I think I have like 2 on here. And yeah, those are my like favorite types of shows as far as reality goes. So yeah, I would definitely suggest watching it. So the next show I have on my list is a show called Sex Education, and that show is absolutely hilarious. Like, I was gonna put like Paradise PD or Disenchantment on here as my comedy show, but this show just really takes the cake because it's basically about a boy with a mom who's a sex therapist, but he's in high school going through puberty, and like she's like always trying to dip in his business. Y'all, it's so funny. It's just about a bunch of high schoolers just learning life. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about that show. I like that they had a lot of representation in that show and that was something important to them. So that was also a big factor in me watching it. But I definitely 100% suggest watching that show because it is absolutely hilarious. Otis is funny, his mother is funny, and yeah, you guys will see all the twists and turns. I can't even tell you much about the show without spoiling anything, so that's pretty much all I can say. So number 12 on my list is Love is Blind. Another social experiment, y'all. This show, I would watch a new season if it came out right now. Like, I would turn off the camera and I would go and watch it. That show was, in my opinion, it was like monumental for like reality type shows, because basically in this show, first of all, I love Lauren Speed. If you watch it, you'll understand who I'm talking about. She is so funny, so amazing, and she has a presence on social media now because of the show, and I'm so happy for her because of that. Like, I just love to see Black women thrive. It's beautiful to watch. But anyways, about the show itself, it's basically meant to decide if love really is blind. So they basically have like a group of men and a group of women, and they all like basically speed date until they figure out who they like really like. Like, they eliminate men left and right, eliminate women left and right, and until they figure out who they really like, and then they go on more dates with the people that they really like, and then they eventually kind of like, you know, start choosing one that they really, really like. And then if you want to ever meet them in person, you have to propose basically. And so once you propose, you get to meet them in person, and then y'all get to like go on like a honeymoon and get to know each other's families, all that good stuff, like the whole 9 yards, to see if you like, if you really want to marry them. And so that's a whole bunch of drama. It's dramatic, but it's really cool to see like people actually liking each other for who they are and not for what's like on the outside. So I definitely love that show, and would 10 out of 10 suggest to anybody who enjoys social experiments or kind of like reality type TV shows or like relationship kind of shows. Those are that, like Love is Blind and The Circle, because some people do end up liking each other on there, but not a lot. Those are 2 I would definitely 100% suggest. And while I'm on the topic of relationships and stuff, I didn't put it on here because there's only 1 season on Netflix, but Married at First Sight, me and my friends have like watched like 2 seasons, like literally binged them during the school year, and now we're working on like our 3rd season of watching, I think. Yeah, that show is amazing. You get married at first sight. Literally, the name tells everything. My favorite season so far is the one that was on Netflix with Iris and Keith. I can't even tell y'all, but yeah, y'all need to watch that if you like marriage shows, stuff like that. Like, that show is bomb. So number 11 on my list is a show called Blood and Water. It is so good. As you're gonna realize, I like a lot of shows with Black people because I like to watch stuff with people that look like me. But anyways, back to the main point. Blood and Water is about this one has a lot of spoilers too, so I have to be careful what I tell you guys, but it's basically about a girl whose sister went missing when she was younger, and I think I can tell y'all, like, her dad gets accused of, a lot of people think her dad was the one who made her sister go missing, and so she ends up leaving her current school to go to a different school, and then she starts uncovering drama about her family and other families once she gets to that school. And that show is so good. Like, I can't even tell y'all the half of it, but there's some tea about that sister that y'all need to go and watch and find out. That's all I'm gonna say, because that show is so fire. I love, you see, I'm getting so excited about shows. Like, I love watching television. It's probably an unhealthy habit, but we in quarantine. What else do I have to do with my life? Number 10 on my list is one of those shows that I was telling you is not Black at all. There is a Black character, but you'll understand if you watch it. So Outer Banks is about a city called Outer Banks. And there's these kids that really need butt whoopings and like structure in their life, but that's besides the point. But it's about some kids, they're like high school age, but I think they like dropped out of school or something because they didn't really go to school in that show, except the black kid. But yeah, there's like a few of them that are in high school and a few of them that aren't. That's besides the point. But basically the main character, his dad went missing and he believes that his dad is still alive, and he thinks his dad went missing because his dad found some kind of treasure that was everybody's been searching for. Like a whole bunch of people end up having searched for that treasure, and if you find it, you basically die because other people want to take it from you, so they kill you. And so he's trying to find the treasure, but not like for the money purpose. He wants to find it because he thinks his dad found it. And then B, he's trying to find his dad, and he uncovers so much about like police being crooked, the city, like families in the city, like a whole bunch of drama is uncovered in that show, and it's actually really good. Another show, it's another show that I binged with my best friend because we have too much time on our hands. Number 9 on my list is a show called Ozark. What can I say about this show? I think I'm still on season 1 right now, but it's been suggested to me by my grandparents. I've seen a lot of YouTubers talk about it, so I had to watch. I had to. And so basically it's about a money launderer whose money laundering partner got murdered by the person they were laundering money for. And so he got murdered because I think it was because he stole some of the laundered money and then gave the rest to the boss, and the boss found out. So the money launderer that is still alive has to basically move his family to Missouri, and that's a whole bunch of drama there because there's a whole bunch of foul play there. But he has to move to Missouri because he can't stay in the city he was in, laundering money. So he needs to go to a new place and launder money there and make up for what his friend stole and then some in order to stay alive. Otherwise his entire family dies. And so it's about survival and different ways that they find to launder money, and then they have to deal with a whole bunch of drama because there's a bunch of crooked families there and a bunch of craziness. Y'all, that show is so good. Like, I've been watching it nightly lately. Like, I'll stay up late watching Ozark because the endings, like, they just it's so well crafted. It's really interesting how shows just keep you enticed and keep you coming back for more. So I'm really happy I'm at the beginning of it because that means I have like 2 more seasons to watch until I'm caught up with like current times. And so I 10 out of 10 recommend watching Ozark. I hate that it's like halfway up my list, but there was just so many other shows that I know I would watch a new season of them before I would watch a new season of Ozark, especially because I'm so far behind. But like I said, this is my top 15 out of like 50, so they're definitely very good shows. Next is a show called Raising Dion, and it is number 8 on my list. Raising Dion, I don't even know if it got approved. I thought it got approved for a 2nd season, but I haven't seen one come out. I don't know if they're gonna release any more seasons, but Raising Dion was really good. It has my man Michael B. Jordan in it. If you ever see this video, Michael B. Jordan, I think he also helped direct it, or maybe he was a writer, I'm not sure, but I know he had some kind of like administrative hand in it. Raising Dion is basically about a little boy who has powers. His dad has disappeared. His dad is Michael B. Jordan. I think his dad disappeared. Either his dad disappeared or his dad died and they know he died. But I'm giving y'all descriptions off the top of my head. I don't want to give y'all the Netflix description because you can just go read that. So I'm trying to give y'all what I remember about these shows because these were notable shows. And so yeah, he has powers, but then like there's also a lot of foul play in this one, like people close to him trying to ruin his life and take his powers and stuff. I can't tell y'all who, just know that there's somebody out to get him in the show. And if you are really watching, you can pick up on it before it happens. But that show is so well created. I love seeing like black superheroes and stuff. Y'all will see another black superhero show. You probably already know what I'm talking about. But yeah, y'all will see it a little bit later on in the video. But Raising Dion has a lot of twists and turns and can surprise you in many, many ways. So I definitely would recommend watching this. Dion is literally so adorable. Yeah, and there's more to the show than I'm telling y'all right now. Like there's like a thicker plot. Like there's a woman who dances and she finds her love for dancing again. All kinds of stuff. I think it's Dion's mother who dances actually. But yeah, everybody has like a storyline in this, and then the storylines all interconnect, and it's just so good. It's very well crafted. My next show, number 7 on my list, is The Rain. I think it's number 7. Yes, The Rain. So this show is number 7 on my list because I've been watching this for years, and the new season came out this year. I almost said semester, this year. And The Rain is so good. I love shows about like apocalypses, like apocalyptic type shows, the world's ending. That's my real genre. Like I'm nearing every single season of The Walking Dead. I'm almost done with Fear the Walking Dead, and I've already watched the first season of Walking Dead World Beyond. The Rain is a show about this rain that comes and kills everybody because it's highly poisonous, and if you get touched by it, you die, except for one boy who's a main character named Rasmus. And his sister is not immune to the rain, but Rasmus is immune to the rain, and there's a bunch of people trying to kill him once they find out that he can't get killed by the rain. But the how do I explain this? The power that the rain has within it, like the poison stuff, is in Rasmus, and it starts to take him over and stuff. But this is all like second and third season. The first season is about them getting out of the rain, and like they were in a bunker that their dad gave them, and their dad is the one who gave Rasmus basically the cure or like immunity to the rain, because Rasmus was sick when he was younger. Anyways, I don't want to tell y'all too much. This is like stuff you learn like in the first 2 episodes. But yeah, they lived in a bunker. They come out, see everybody dead, and they already knew everybody was dead, but like they come out and they're just like remembering how everybody died before they went in the bunker, and they find friends along the way and try not to die. That's basically what it's about. I mean, Rasmus can't die, but everybody else, they were trying to keep them from dying and keep Rasmus alive and away from bad people. So yeah, that show has a thick plot, and it is so good. Like, I'm literally in the middle of watching the newest season. I absolutely love The Rain. Oh, I should mention, it is not in English, so their words do not match up, but there are English subtitles, and they do speak English on the TV. They're just like, it's literally like completely different words being spoken by the picture, but the sound is in English. 10 out of 10 recommend The Rain. Think you should watch it. Great plot. If you like apocalyptic shows, 10 out of 10 recommend. Number 6 on my list is The Haunting of Hill House / Bly Manor. Those are 2 different shows, but made by it's like the same characters, same director, all that good stuff. So this is one of the only scary shows I have on here. I love scary movies, but I never thought about a scary show. And so I'm so glad that they had this idea to have like a show that you keep watching to understand the plot. And so The Haunting of Hill House is basically about Hill House, which is where these kids grew up, which the kids are all the main characters. The kids grew up there, their mom got possessed, and all they remember is the night their mom got possessed, like leaving the house ASAP, no Rocky. And so like they all hate their dad because they had to leave the house, and that's like really sad because like he also lost his wife that night because she died because she was possessed. She was not her anymore. But they uncover like, oh, and then the sister, the little sister, I can say that. The little sister commits suicide. Y'all won't know which character I'm talking about till she does it, but she does go back to the house and commit suicide, and then you figure out why she does it later on in the show, and you figure out like what the deal is with the house, like why the house keeps taking people's lives. That's basically what it's about. That show is so good, but you will get scared. That show is terrifying. It is very scary. There's a bunch of jump scares and then just scary scenes. And then Bly Manor has all the same characters, well, pretty much all the same characters, and it is about another house that is haunted, and you don't find out why it's haunted till close to the end of the season, but it is a haunted house. And there is like I forgot the word for it, but a stay-in babysitter. Like, she lives in the house. I don't want to call her a maid because I don't think that's quite what it is. But yeah, so the babysitter, basically, she comes in, she has her own story, her own demons haunting her. Like, she keeps seeing this guy in the background for some reason. And so you find out more about that as the season progresses. And then there's these 2 little kids who can see ghosts. They can see the ghosts that are haunting the house. And so they be trying to save people because they know when the ghost is coming. Yeah, y'all, that plot is thick. And then the only reason the babysitter is there is because the past babysitter committed suicide, but you gotta watch to find out why she committed suicide and how it all happened once again. And there's just a lot of foul play in this one. There's like people stealing money from family members, all kinds of craziness, cheating, affairs, and it all plays into the main plot. So Haunting of Hill House and Haunting of Bly Manor, those two shows are bomb, especially if you like scary stuff. They're both very terrifying and will make you jump at some point. Number 5 on my list, I absolutely love the show, Selling Sunset. Now, the only black person in this show, for the black people watching this, is Taye Diggs. And he's Client. He's not a main character, but there is somebody who's mixed that comes in on the show, but she does not look black. But if you don't care if there's black people in shows, this is one of those shows, once again, I watch for, actually I would say I watch this for entertainment, but it's like Real Housewives type of entertainment. Like, there's a whole lot of drama that goes on between these real estate agents. They're all competing for stuff, they're all friends, so they're all in each other's business, and when somebody says something somebody doesn't like, they all get mad. There's drama, they all have celebrity boyfriends and stuff, and some of them are gold diggers. Like, it is crazy. But the main thing is they are all real estate agents working, they're called the Oppenheim Group. It's set in California, and they're all trying to sell houses and impress the 2 short twin male bosses. But yeah, the show is really, really good. My favorite character used to be Christine, but if you watch it, you'll see why nobody likes Christine anymore. And Mary is my favorite. I just think she's way too passive. Oh, and Amanda. Amanda's really cool. She's like the most humble person. But I do recommend that show because it's just very entertaining. I've never seen a show about real estate agents, and so I thought that was a really cool plot, and then it was also recommended to me by somebody, and so I binged that with my friends, and we were literally hooked. Like, we had to watch an episode every night. That show is so fire. Like, it's just the drama, and then you get to talk about the drama with your friends. Like, why would she do that? Why did she make this decision? Like, it's one of those shows like where it really does kind of provoke discussion, because it's like, I don't understand why she would do that to a friend. So definitely recommend that show if you like to discuss stuff with people. Number 4 on my list is You. Not You. You. The show. You. Most people already know about this show, so I really don't have to tell y'all too much about the plot, but it's about a stalker who ends up dating the people he stalks and then somehow killing the people he stalks. But there's so much more to the show than that. Like, there's a bunch of he's crazy. Like, he's crazy. Like, once the people find out that he stalked them and that's how they fell in love with him, and like it was all planned, he like traps them and holds them captive, and then they die. And then he blames them. He's like, I didn't want to have to kill you. And then like the whole show is narrated by the stalker, so it kind of makes you be in his mind, and you're almost empathizing or sympathizing with him, but you're not supposed to. But it's such a good show, you guys. You has a lot of mysteries, plot twists, turns, all kinds of craziness. Like, that is the queen of plot twists of all these shows. That show has so many freaking plot twists. Go watch You. I know y'all been hearing everybody talk about it. It's actually really good. Number 3 on my list is Riverdale. I don't know that many people have heard of this show because I don't hear a lot of people talk about it, but it has Cole Sprouse in it. I do really love this show. It's basically about a bunch of high schoolers who, again, need butt whoopings. Like, these kids actually need butt whoopings and structure. Like, their families are either A, too rich for their own good, or B, these kids just need like discipline in their lives, or C, both. Like, these kids are actually out of hand. And so it starts off basically with a girl named Cheryl Blossom. Her brother gets shot in the head, and they find him floating in the river, and all the kids, like, they're all basically being like little detectives trying to figure out what happened to the brother, and then they uncover way too much about their own families, about the history of the city, and it just keeps going on and on from there. And each new season is like a different mystery that they're trying to uncover, and so it kind of gives you like Sherlock Holmes vibes from Cole Sprouse specifically, because like that's kind of his character in this. But then they also have, once again, their own stories. Like, one of them is in a gang, and then everybody kind of joins the gang at some point, and some parents are divorced, some parents are together, some parents do illegal stuff. Like, that show, again, the plot is thick, but it's very good, very entertaining, but it is time consuming. So, because each episode is an hour and each season has like 30 episodes, so if you have time on your hands and you want something that you're really going to be devoted to, I definitely suggest Riverdale. It is so good. Number 2 on my list is AllAmerican. Y'all, AllAmerican is one of the best shows to ever have graced this beautiful planet. AllAmerican is about a high school football player, and he gets an offer to go to, I think he's in the hood, and he gets an offer to go to a rich school, I think like in Hollywood. And if he plays for that school, the coach promised him he would go All-American and he could provide for his family, because his family obviously is low income and everything. But like at this school, he has to get out of that like hood mentality, that low income mentality, like fighting people and all kinds of stuff like that, like people that bother him. Although sometimes I'm like, bro, I would have fought too. Like I really would have fought too. But you know, it's about that, and then like people, like shootings and people almost dying and a whole bunch of craziness, just drama between his old team and his new team, drama within the families, affairs, craziness, y'all, like literal craziness. But the main point is getting him to college and getting him to be All-American. And then this person is not the, that's the main character that I'm talking about right now, but there's another character, he's Cash Mooney from Grownish. I don't know if any of y'all have seen Grownish, but he's Cash Mooney on there, the basketball player. And I like this show because of his character. His character is really cool. He has like a really humble story and everything. So yeah, I tend not to recommend this show, especially if you like football. I didn't want to watch a show about football, but then I watched the show and I was like, yeah. This show is fire. And then number 1 on my list is Black Lightning. I love things with black superheroes. What can I say? Black Lightning is number 1 on my list. It has China Anne McClain. I completely love China Anne McClain. It's about a man who's this black superhero. He's been a superhero for like 30 years. And then, and his family. And like his wife's a doctor, his daughters are, one daughter like graduated, is in college I think, and the other daughter's in high school, and she has like a boyfriend, and the boyfriend turns into one of the villains, and it's a whole bunch of craziness. And then more superheroes pop up, but I can't tell y'all who because you need to watch to find out. I don't even need to say much about Black Lightning. It is a black superhero show with a black family, and like all the costumes, all the language they use, like just the culture of the show is very black. Like it like gives me blackish vibes. Like, it just makes me proud to be a black person because I just understand everything. So definitely think you should watch this. Even if you're not black, watch the show. It's bomb. It's like a black superhero and it's so fire. So yeah, that's all 15 of my top Netflix shows of 2020. I hope this video wasn't too long, but I wanted to make sure I was giving y'all good descriptions and like why I liked them. And so if you're anything like me, I think you should watch all the shows. Honestly, I'm recommending y'all that fire. I'm not just giving y'all mainstream shows, I'm giving y'all fire shows. So all right, y'all, again, that is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell button so that way you're notified every time I post a new video, because it is Vlogmas right now. And check out my social media, which will be on the end card down below on my main page. Like, it's literally everywhere. Just go check it out because I am very interactive on there. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas day, what, 20? Are we about to be on 20? Yes, I'll see y'all tomorrow for Vlogmas day 20. But until then, you guys, bye.
3 a.m. and I'm all alone.